So, my buddy over at BGG, okay, maybe not buddy's the wrong word. Mike DeRoche challenged me to some ASL challenge or something, and I guess I'm supposed to play ASL while dumping a bucket of water over. Oh. Okay, so that makes a little bit more sense. I got the letters mixed up there. It's an ALS challenge, and actually, yes, I watched his video and at least skimmed through it. I'm familiar with this thing. You basically either have to write a check to their foundation or dump a bucket of water on your head, ice water. I don't have ice, so it's not going to be too impressive, right? I'm not going to go haul ice. Or write a smaller check, dump the bucket of water, and then if people follow your challenge, you have to pay them. Okay, great. At the very least, he's not demanding, that I follow the charity ALS, and I'll tell you, there's a good reason not to. They've raised a huge amount of money off this. It's a brilliant idea and everything, but quite simply, that's not a great alignment of donation money. I mean, if you wanted to figure out where you want to donate your money, ALS is probably not the most dangerous, most needed charity to cause to worry about for something like this. However, more than that, I'm not going to do this. And you know why? Because I don't do charities. I actually kind of want to explore the why of me not giving money to things. First of all, I've worked as someone who collects money for these charities. I've worked in the telemarketing end and the door-to-door end for various charities. Most of them are a fucking scam. They really are. Now, I don't know about this one. This particular little operation probably doesn't have, this whole viral video thing, it's probably not a lot of overhead, but a lot of these things give the people collecting the money right at the moment that they collect the money, somewhere around half that money that they collect, right? That's not what you're paying for, and they claim that that's actually getting recycled in not as costs and overhead for donation, but as education, because they tell you about it in their little spiel. And that's just such bullshit that I've grown to hate any organized charity. On top of that, I'm tight as hell. But I'll tell you this much. If I see a guy sitting on the street who needs, a couple bucks for a beer, I'm not averse to giving that. I kind of feel a little better from that. But I do not feel particularly good supporting most organized charities, even the ones that, are able to claim something like 90%, and there's very few, things like Lions Club. To tell you the truth, when I see Lions Club, I usually will give them a buck or two, because I know they are good. They provide reading glasses and actual regular prescription glasses to people who can't afford them. And that's it's a very cheaply run cause. They collect it locally. They don't distribute them. They don't have to do anything too fancy, and that's how most charities should be. But for these organizations that are trying to raise money for some cure or something like that, this is not the best way to do this. It just is not. It's got a high overhead. You've got to contact people. You've got to mail. You've often got to give them gifts to get them hooked into this and this, that, and the other. And it just ends up being this tremendous array. But on top of that, yeah, I'm fucking cheap. You know, I will assess everything I can. So for example, Board Game Geek runs their drive. Now, no way in fucking hell I would give them money now. And in fact, the failure of the place as a forum has always been why I had no interest in providing them money. But the other thing is, they're run as a business, you know. A lot of these online places are run as businesses. And that's similar, again, to these, to the charities. You don't have volunteers at the high echelons of these charities. You have people making pretty good salaries. Because this is what they do as their career. They're professional beggars, and they know how to run professional begging organizations. To me, it's no different than the guy who drives up in his Rolls and gets out at the corner of the street and puts his rags on and kind of squats down and puts his sign up. I'm just not going to support that. And, you know, I want there to be a personal touch in any kind of donation that I give. But again, I'm just not the kind of person who feels that desire, that need. I'll tell you another thing I don't like. And I don't like, this has nothing, Michael's video actually goes off of this, goes off the track, because everybody else is doing this, you know, the ALS thing and the bucket of water and, you know, all the money going into ALS and just supporting that. But, you know, I'm actually very opposed to the whole follow the leader, sheeple type attitude that goes with these virile things. And there's no way in hell that that's going to convince me into doing something like this. In fact, in a sense, my diatribe against it is as much a cop-out as having done it would be, in terms of following sort of my principles. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pass on a challenge, because you've got to pass on a challenge on every time. It's to every fucking one of you. Stop acting like sheeple. Don't follow the latest trends. Don't follow the latest fads. Think about what you're doing and how it relates to your own life and what your values are. My values do not include charity, so that doesn't matter to me. My values do include keeping my money so that I can live a few more months someday in my life when I have no money left, when it would have run out because I gave it to charity. My values include hoarding my money and holding on to it. My values also include buying too many games, but we won't go into that. So yeah, look into what your own values are. Don't follow, you know, what's popular, what's hot, what's good. I wish this was colder water. Follow what works for you. What if what works for you is following the herd? I don't know what to say about you people. Go away.